Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 106. Jalen's point of view. Jalen. I could hear Sally screaming, but then it was nothing compared to my want for blood. I pounced on Sam, bringing out my fangs to suck her blood. Jalen, you can't do this. She's carrying your child, Sally cried out. I dragged Sam by the leg, and she was screaming. Now I'm with her. I grabbed her neck, ready to suck her blood to satisfy myself. Horde was fighting me not to, but it seems that my vampire powers were stronger than Horde. My hunger needed to be fed, and this woman lying down seemed so delicious. Her blood smells so good. Just as I bent to send my fong in her neck, I heard that small, still voice. Jay. My body stiffened immediately. That voice sounded like it was in a far distance, but then it put a little peace in my body. I was staring into Sam's silver eyes. Jay, are you all right? The small voice came again. The voice was still far away. I growled at her and wanted to continue my reason for pulling her to me. It's you, Jay. I know it is you. You're not a monster. You can control the powers in you. That's why you are who you are. The voice kept saying. The more it talked, the more the small voice became more audible. I looked at her mouth to see that she was talking. I vampire sped away from her, and I went to stay at a distance. I was growling hard. I was in pain. The voice was doing things on my body. It was weakening me. Jay, you can do it. There came the voice again. It was now like it was beside me. I looked at the direction of the voice, and I saw that Sam was beside me again. I then saw her as a threat to me. She then made a mistake and touched me. This triggered another rage from me, and I pinned her down, and Sally shouted. I could see pain in Sam's eyes, and then tears were rolling down slowly from her eyes. Looking at the tears, it was my undoing. I remembered that this woman is carrying my child, and that I love her so much. I've caused her a lot of pain, and I shouldn't cause her more. Every moment, Sam, and I played in my eyes, and I slowly removed my hand from her neck. My body shook violently, and I fell to the ground. That was all I knew.
Cleo's point of view. I really miss my husband, but then what he did to Sam was really bad, and I have to make him know that. I don't know why Gerard is like that. He has always trusted his son's judgment. The Gerard I know is never biased. He always makes his choice based on fact. But now he is so blind to everything that is happening. He's really blind and is taking the side of the enemy. I sat in one of Jalen's rooms to think of what I could do. Then I heard Gerard's voice. Cleo, I know you are there. You should have forgiven me enough. His loud voice came to my ears. This isn't the first time that he came here. If I'm not mistaken, it is the 9th time. I miss him so much, so I walked out. I knew it. He shouted and ran to me. He wanted to hold me, but then I shifted back. I didn't want him to touch me. I'm so sorry, Cleo.
I'm really sorry.
I promise you I'll let Jalen do whatever he wants. I won't meddle in their matters anymore. His voice was shaking as he spoke. Looking at him, I knew that my husband had been miserable. Without talking, I moved closer to him and hugged him. I didn't know that seeing him would make me this weak with my opinion. I'm sorry too, I said softly. Don't be, it's all my fault. I was the one that acted rashly. Jalen also wouldn't forgive me. He would take my calls, he cried. Don't worry, he'll come around. Sam is not a bad girl. It's just an exaggeration from your friend Omar. I didn't even need to persuade him that he was nodding his head several times. It's not what you think. It's very complicated. It was then, as if a light flashes, and this made us look back. We then saw Sam standing in front of us, smiling devilishly. Sam, I called softly. How did she get here just now? I'm not mistaking this as Sam. Isn't this the girl Jalen put in prison? Gerard asked. Yes, it me. She said her body was ripping of evil. This is not the Sam I know. This person might be looking the exact copy of Sam, but then this is not the Sam I know. She pointed at Gerard. What do you want? Oh, so they said rumors are true. How did you get inside? Gerard was shouting at her, while I was quite dumbfounded. Shut up, Sam shouted. With the way she shouted, everywhere vibrated. Fire started showing in her eyes, and she started chanting. The weather started to change slowly. Then she paused. Magic. Gerard said. Omar and Allison were right after all. Sam laughed out loud. So, you think you can cage me? She laughed again. Let me tell you, I have Jalen wrapped in my hand. Do you think it's all play that Jalen ignored me for his true mate? It's all my doing. You lie, I shouted. Now I know what is going on. They are onto their plans again. Omar and Allison. Their witch even has the guts to impersonate Sam. You don't believe me? Well, you've been good to me, and I don't have to deal with you. I'm here on a revenge mission on your husband. He's the one that made me lose Jalen, and now I won't let him go scotch-free. As she said this, the witch began to move closer. Don't you dare come close to me, witch. Gerard shouted. She then started to chant. I expected her chant to affect Gerard, but then breathing became difficult for me. It was so tense that I fell to the ground. Cleo. Gerard rushed to me.
Please don't do this.
He cried out. I can do anything. It's not Sam. I said in a faint voice. I couldn't let them punish the poor girl for what she didn't do. Notice something off? I was thinking I will persuade Gerard into accepting Sam, but now this will harden his heart against the poor girl. This is their mission, and they've accomplished it. I was so weak that I couldn't even move my body. I was fighting so hard. I didn't want to die. I didn't want them to blame the poor girl for my death. Gerard was there shouting my name, but I could only move my eyes. I didn't know why the witch didn't kill me. She disappeared while Gerard carried me. I don't know where he is taking me to, but I was crying so bad in my heart. I wanted to tell Gerard that she's not Sam. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also, check out our next video in the series.